What is up, Tenken crew? Get ready to dive into the absolute bleeding edge of what's happening right now. The news cycle is moving at warp speed, and if you blink, you'll miss it. We've got some massive updates that are about to redefine your expectations. From groundbreaking game sequels that are pushing boundaries to deep dives into what makes our favorite experiences tick, this is your essential intel. We're talking about the kind of news that sparks conversation, ignites passion, and keeps you glued to the screen. So buckle up, because you are not going to want to miss a single second of this. Let's get into it. First up, get ready for a deep dive into a highly anticipated sequel that's promising to be bigger, bolder, and more cinematic than ever before. It's a game that captured our imaginations with its sharp wit and unique universe, and the follow-up is apparently set to elevate everything we loved about the original. We're talking about a developer known for putting player choice at the absolute forefront, and this new installment seems to be doubling down on that philosophy, offering a truly personalized journey through a galaxy that's ripe for exploration. Get ready for a look at what makes this sequel so special. Then, we're pulling back the curtain on what critics and players alike are saying about this highly anticipated release. Early impressions are flooding in, and the buzz is electric. Many are calling it a potential Game of the Year contender, highlighting massive improvements in gameplay, deeper RPG systems, and a return to form for a beloved developer. We'll break down the standout features that have everyone talking and what these early reviews mean for the future of the genre. And finally, we're exploring the sheer joy of embracing your inner goofball in a game that champions player freedom like never before. Discover how one title is allowing players to craft truly unique characters, even leaning into the hilariously inept. This is about more than just gameplay. It's about the freedom to roleplay in ways you never thought possible. Stick around for all the details, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Prepare for an epic journey as The Outer Worlds 2 gears up to be a true blockbuster sequel. This highly anticipated title is set to deliver a more cinematic and expansive RPG experience, building on the beloved foundation of its predecessor. Obsidian Entertainment is reportedly raising the stakes, moving beyond the familiar Halcyon colony to explore uncharted territories in a new corner of the galaxy. Players will step into the shoes of an Earth Directorate agent stationed in the Arcadia colony, facing an entirely fresh slate of challenges and narrative threads. The core philosophy of player agency, a hallmark of Obsidian's design, is front and center from the very beginning. The character creator offers a deep dive into customization, with backgrounds like Gambler directly influencing how NPCs perceive and interact with your character, leading to unique dialogue and even skepticism about your leadership. This emphasis on consequential choices, both grand and granular, ensures that player decisions significantly shape the characters and the world around them. Even base stats and skill choices, like a lack of hacking proficiency, can lock off certain paths or present unique solutions, demonstrating a commitment to dynamic gameplay. Fans of the original will be pleased to know that The Outer Worlds 2 retains the flexibility of switching between first and third-person perspectives. Furthermore, early impressions highlight significant improvements in shooting mechanics, with firearms feeling more responsive and a diverse array of new weapons promising to shake up combat. Exploration is also a key focus, featuring a fog of war map system that encourages genuine discovery and reduced in-game guidance, allowing players to truly chart their own course. This design choice aims to foster a more immersive and self-directed adventure. The sheer scope of The Outer Worlds 2 is a major talking point. Unlike the first game, which was relatively contained by RPG standards, the sequel's prologue alone suggests a grand, sprawling adventure. Multiple cinematic sequences are integrated to anchor story beats, lending a far more cinematic feel than its predecessor. The events teased in the opening hours promise to escalate the stakes significantly, setting the stage for a galaxy-spanning quest that has players eager for more. Audience impact. The initial hands-on previews have generated immense excitement, with many already hailing it as a potential RPG of the year, praising its expanded player choice and improved gameplay mechanics. But what exactly sets this sequel apart from its predecessor in terms of gameplay and narrative depth? Join us as we break down the specific enhancements and explore how Obsidian is pushing the RPG genre forward. Obsidian Entertainment is once again proving its mastery of role-playing games with The Outer Worlds 2, a sequel that promises to redefine player-driven experiences. This installment is built upon the philosophy that no two playthroughs should ever be the same, a principle Obsidian has consistently championed. The game retains the sharp wit, compelling storytelling, and humorous dialogue that made the original a hit, while significantly refining several key gameplay aspects to offer a more engaging and personalized adventure. During a hands-on preview, it became evident that The Outer Worlds 2 offers a deeply customizable character creation system. Beyond the usual aesthetic options, the choice of character background, such as ex-convict, gambler, lawbringer, professor, renegade, and roustabout, profoundly influences dialogue and player interactions, ensuring immediate and noticeable differences in how NPCs respond to your character. This depth extends to the trait system, where players can select beneficial traits, but must balance them with negative ones to maintain gameplay equilibrium. These traits have a tangible impact on how you approach challenges and navigate the game world. Furthermore, the skill selection system allows for further specialization, with the option to choose up to 2 skills, or even 3 if the brilliant trait is selected. This intricate web of choices, background, traits, and skills lays the groundwork for a truly unique character build and subsequent gameplay experience. Upon character creation, players are thrust into their first mission as an Earth Directorate commander, tasked with investigating a powerful megacorporation on the planet Arcadia. The mission structure itself emphasizes player choice, offering multiple avenues for progression. Whether opting for direct combat, stealthy infiltration through vents, or diplomatic persuasion, the game immediately presents diverse solutions to obstacles. A notable example of this choice-driven design is the decision to split up with companions, with different paths offering distinct gameplay experiences, such as stealth-focused routes or more action-oriented approaches. These paths can be further influenced by character skills, like hacking, which can unlock shortcuts or even turn robotic enemies against your foes. The game also introduces new gameplay mechanics, including a time dilation gadget for bullet time effects, a health regeneration device with toxicity limitations, and a variety of new melee weapons and firearms. These additions aim to enhance combat and exploration, making each encounter more dynamic. Audience impact. Early previews suggest that The Outer Worlds 2 is not only building on the strengths of its predecessor, but also introducing significant gameplay refinements that cater to a wide range of player preferences, particularly those who value deep role-playing and choice. While the gameplay mechanics and character customization are impressive, how do these elements translate into the overall narrative and world building? We'll delve into the critical reception and explore what makes this sequel a potential standout in the RPG landscape. The buzz surrounding The Outer Worlds 2 is reaching a fever pitch, with early previews suggesting it could be one of the year's best RPGs. Developer Obsidian Entertainment has clearly prioritized putting the RP back into RPG, focusing on creating a deeply involved experience where player choice has a significant and meaningful impact on the unfolding adventure. This commitment is evident from the game's opening moments, with character creation options and in-game decisions directly influencing how the narrative progresses. Across numerous previews, a consensus is emerging. The Outer Worlds 2 is shaping up to be a substantially larger and more refined follow-up to the original. Dialogue options are reportedly more nuanced, with character specializations unlocking deeper conversational paths. The gameplay itself is also receiving widespread praise, with combat mechanics described as tighter and more satisfying, offering an improvement over the first game's action, which some felt lacked a lasting impression. The ability to seamlessly switch between first and third-person perspectives is a welcome addition, enhancing player flexibility. Furthermore, the game's sense of humor, a signature element of the franchise, is highlighted as being even more prominent, with ample opportunities for comical interactions. Several critics who had the chance to preview the opening sections have expressed significant enthusiasm. Comments range from calling it a bigger budget sequel to a game that was already pretty great, with massively improved gameplay and gorgeous graphics, to anticipating it as another RPG classic from Obsidian. The emphasis on dialogue and deeper RPG systems that players have been craving, combined with some of this year's greatest shooting, has particularly resonated. Many reviewers have commended Obsidian's character creator, praising its extensive options and how it gleefully encourages players to embrace their choices, whether playing it safe or taking risks. Even though previews were limited to the prologue, offering an incomplete picture of elements like the leveling system or companions, the initial experience was enough to generate substantial excitement. The game's tongue-in-cheek take on the space adventure genre, coupled with its robust role-playing features, has left many eager for the full release. Audience impact. The overwhelmingly positive early reception from various gaming outlets indicates a strong public anticipation for The Outer Worlds 2, positioning it as a major contender in the RPG market for the upcoming year. But beyond the critical acclaim for its RPG depth, what specific gameplay elements are drawing the most attention and praise from players? Let's explore the unique ways this game allows you to craft your character and influence the world, even embracing the delightfully unconventional. Get ready to embrace your inner fool, because The Outer Worlds 2 is rolling out the red carpet for players who love to roleplay as a delightfully dumb character. Obsidian's upcoming spacefaring RPG isn't just about improved shooting mechanics or shinier graphics. It's about the freedom to stumble through situations as a hapless bozo and genuinely enjoy the ride. The game masterfully supports this playstyle, allowing players to navigate challenges with a unique brand of accidental success. Set in an alternate future where capitalism reigns supreme and megacorporations dictate societal norms, The Outer Worlds 2 continues the satirical commentary on corporate greed and oppression found in its predecessor. While it's too early to tell if the sequel pushes this theme further, the shrewd wit and sharp humor are undeniably present. The game kicks off with an in-universe propaganda film for the Earth Directorate, setting the stage before dropping players into a robust character creator. Here, you craft your Earth Directorate captain, tasked with infiltrating the Protectorate in the Arcadia colony to investigate spatial anomalies. From the outset, The Outer Worlds 2 heavily emphasizes player choice through personal backgrounds, traits, and skills. These elements directly impact the opening mission, offering diverse solutions. Investing in lockpicking allows for stealthy navigation, a professor background can provide scientific insights, and high speech skills can facilitate diplomatic solutions. The entire mission is presented as a malleable scenario, open to numerous approaches. Personal backgrounds, in particular, unlock unique dialogue options that can lead to hilariously awkward or surprisingly effective interactions. One player chose the roustabout background, which humorously states they became a hero by accident, admitting they have no idea how. Pairing this with a high speech skill creates a prime opportunity for low-intelligence role-playing. This can lead to characters like infiltration agents sighing with disdain at your cluelessness, or guards being dumbfounded by your honesty when you admit you're making things up as you go along. This ability to exasperate game characters with your bumbling antics is a central, enticing feature for players who enjoy unconventional role-playing. Technically, The Outer Worlds 2 represents a significant leap forward. The shooting feels smoother and more intuitive, weapon swapping is streamlined, and facial animations are vastly improved. The visual design, particularly within the explored facility, sports a clean, almost sterile, Spartan sheen that perfectly complements the game's themes of obsessive capitalism. However, beyond the visual and mechanical upgrades, it's the rich personality and role-playing potential that truly shine. Obsidian's signature strength lies in allowing players to inhabit a character, and The Outer Worlds 2 excels at providing the tools to create a wonderfully charming, albeit endearingly dim-witted, captain. Audience impact. The freedom to roleplay as a big dumb idiot has struck a chord with many players, highlighting the game's commitment to player expression and injecting a unique, humorous element into the RPG experience. While the freedom to embody unique characters is a major draw, what are the overall critical impressions of this highly anticipated sequel? We'll recap the general sentiment and highlight what makes The Outer Worlds 2 a must-play for RPG fans. So, we've seen The Outer Worlds 2 evolve into a blockbuster sequel promising deeper RPG mechanics and more player choice. The critical reception is overwhelmingly positive, with many praising its improved gameplay and signature humor. And crucially, it lets you play as a hilariously inept character, embracing player freedom like never before. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, ring the notification bell, drop a comment below, and follow us on all our socials to stay in the loop. We'll see you in the next one.